Okay, looks like we're streaming now. I just created a Discord and it's been a very busy day. Um, okay, now we're gonna do the announcement of the winner of this raffle, and before we get into that, I have to enter the names on the wheel. So here we go. Let me find that raffle post. Okay, so it looks like we got 18 retweets. Somebody probably did it twice, so we gotta watch out for that. First thing I'm gonna do is enter the names of the people who entered again. So I see one's already done it. He's already on this list. Okay. I want a donut. Yep, you're here too. And then we'll put Mario on there. Let's see, Mario Jr. Barrera. Okay. And if I mispronounce any of your names, I apologize deeply. Okay, Chills. It's MXH. I don't know why I capitalized the last H. There's Braden again. Tigri Pag. Soji. Real Morgan. Callie. Athena. Mr. Smelly Pants. Cookie. I am Mordun. Neon Jumper. Gotcha Mars. Velatone. And the CEO of Penguins. Okay. Let's see who ends up winning this. Hold on, let's see. I'm actually going to shut the tweet down real quick. I'm going to start up the stream. Or, you know, I'm streaming right now, but I'm just going to start up sorry. I'm going to post a link to the stream on the tweet and also say that it's closed. So okay, so it looks like we've got 3 viewers. Is anybody here from Twitter? Go ahead and say so in the comments if you're here and you're ready. Okay. Well, that's good enough for me. Alright. I'm going to click to spin, and let's see who the winner is. Oh, it looks like the winner is I Want a Donut, otherwise known on Twitter as... Let's see. Hold on. Where did that post? There's so many posts on Twitter. Okay, let's see. It's Biddy, guys. Okay, yep. Congratulations on winning this wheel. Better luck next time to everybody else, but if you didn't win, you can still stick around, and I'm going to be rendering somebody's character from yesterday's wheel that I did for the grand opening of the opera area in my gallery of renders map. Okay. Let me open Blender. Okay, so to start out, let's see what body type this person has on here, and let's open Studio. Okay, so I've got them somewhere around here. There we go. Oh, yeah, I put it up here. We're going to say this is char 359. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is open recent, because I just like to use the rigs from my previous builds. Let's see, I'll use this one. Oh, recently I'm pretty sure I was scammed by somebody pretending to be IKEA's on here. That wasn't very fun because I was working on their render that they asked for let's see, about 2 hours, starting at 2 in the morning. So by the time I finished, it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'd gotten out of bed and did a stream and everything for them. But they were being really fishy with their behavior. Anyway, it was disappointing because I thought I was doing something for someone else and ended up putting a lot of effort into it for nothing, I guess. Anyway, let's go into pose mode. We'll just bring it back to here. Bring it back into edit mode, or no, we'll go into object mode. Hit N on the keyboard. Let's rotate this back to 0. I'm going to move this up and then move it to the center a little bit. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do after that is create a new collection here. We'll call it character. Now I'm going to import that object that we exported before. Okay, object set origin, center of mass, object. Oh yeah, let me reset the cursor. Cursor to world origin. Okay. And then selection to cursor. There we go. It's really far back there. Cursor should have moved right to the world origin, but it didn't. Okay. Now it's where we want it to be. So I'm going to scale it down. Get it pretty close. Looks like we're down to one viewer. That's okay. We'll have a good time. Okay, I'm just going to start out here by removing all of these other objects. There we go. First thing I want to do with the skeleton is move joints around. Make sure everything is lined up properly. Normally if I were doing a regular character rig for a different style of animation or whatever, I would put the joints as close to the edge where actual bone joints would be. That way it would bend and whatever else, how regular limbs move. However, with how Roblox characters are created, they tend to have like a central thing inside, like more like action figures rather than actual people. So you really want to just place it as close to the center of the arm as you can. That way when it bends and deforms, it looks more natural for Roblox characters. Okay. Actually going to scoot it forward a little bit. Okay, that'll do us. Next thing we want to do is we want to go into edit mode, and we're going to separate it by loose parts. What this is going to do is, because it's coming out of Roblox Studio, is it's going to split everything up. So there's going to be so many different objects, and that's why we made this character folder over here. So I'm going to separate by loose parts, and you'll see this isn't actually as bad as it could have been, but there are there are only 70 items. Wow. Sometimes you end up getting thousands, which is difficult to manage, but okay. So we're going to Control J that. Basically this step is gluing everything that we ripped apart in the last step together. Because when it imports it all as one piece. And then you have to separate them so you can move the limbs. Since we only have one viewer, I don't see the harm in just Well, this is DVR, so I guess I can't just put on my music this time. I really should make dedicated blanks, so I don't have to delete the other characters at the very beginning. I can just start with a new skeleton. And speaking of that, actually, I'm going to save this as a new Blender file. I think it's 359. Okay, here we go. Okay, now that we've got all these pieces here, let's switch on over to pose mode. This is the mode that you use to glue the objects to the bones so they can be moved and animated. Here, I think I messed up there, so there. Learning the shortcuts to Blender really makes things a lot easier. Getting comfortable with them. Okay. It looks like we're completely rigged. So now we can go into the parts where it'll be more magic, I guess. Okay. Let me save this. Let's open up our trusty paint.net, and the first thing we want to do with paint.net is find the textures for this guy. So, going to E, I have a folder here that has everything in it. I just have to track it down. Okay, we're here. Now I'll just search char 359, and what we want is this file. We'll open it. Then I'm going to go to the Layers tab. I'm going to create 2 more layers. This layer I'm going to fill with... Oh, no. I'm going to fill with that. Then I'll deselect that. Oh. Magic wand this. And we're going to make the flood mode all over. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the top layer we made, fill that in with white, then make this visible. We'll save this as subsurface. I'll just call it subsurf. and put PNG as the extension. Save that. Okay. Flatten. And then we should have, if we refresh this, we should have another one. Good. Okay. Let's go to the textures now. I'm going to go to object mode. There we go. Let's take the alpha off there. Okay, so I'm going to add noise. Then I'm going to add a, what is it? Color ramp. And I'm also going to add a mix RGB node. Okay. Now we'll drag this into here. This will all make sense in just a moment. Turn that to multiply. And plug that. Do subsurface color. We're actually going to change the scene too. I don't really like that one for editing. Let's open collection too. No. Snowy set. Oh, I see what happened. I moved the folder that contained the image for that, so we'll just work with this one, and I'm going to change the background color so it's not the other one anymore. Okay. There we go. Alright, I'm going to plug the color into the factor here. I'm going to plug this into here, and we can get the noise size where we want it. Okay, I'm going to actually add a second set of this and mix it with this, so put that in there. And I'm going to change the scale to a different direction. There we go. Nice. Actually, I'm just going to keep it on mix. Okay. Now, we have to change this so it's not completely polished. We're trying to copy a plastic look. It'll make sense in just a moment. So I'm going to plug this into the roughness now. Okay. That should be changing right there. Oh, that's subsurface color. We want to put it in this one. Okay. Now that's working. See, that gives it a little bit of translucency, so the light can come through just a little bit. And if you're looking at Legos or even putting a flashlight against your hand, I always say that. But basically that's what subsurface scattering is. It's just a little bit of light coming through. It enters, it bounces around a little bit, and then it comes back out. And that's what subsurface scattering is kind of like. Okay, now I'm going to add a new set behind this person. So I'm going to open another Blender window. And I'll open I will just open Septus. I think that's how you say his name. I'm not really sure. I've never heard the name spoken. I've only read it. Okay. Now what we want is everything from colored backdrop that isn't a prop here. So okay. Copy that. Go ahead and create a new collection. Call it backdrop. And paste the things into the backdrop. Hide mountain lake. And we've got ourselves the beginnings of a nice backdrop. Okay. Now we can choose various poses. Let's see. What kind of a pose should we have him do? Let's go into pose mode for this. Just kind of coming up with a pose on the fly here. We'll rotate this one a little bit more back. Bend it up. Oh, he's got some words on the bottom of the shoe. Maybe he's in the middle of a fast run here. Anyway, that pretty much is how I render them. I didn't really have much to say, and that's why I didn't say much for the last little bit there. But here is char 359 YT YouTube, I guess. Hope you enjoyed seeing the making of this person's render. Take care.